What's up, guys? We're gonna do some Warsong Gulch commentary. I'm gonna narrate over the video as best that I can here, but we see these guys trying to clash with us on the very first engage, so I immediately charged in. This rogue, I see this rogue coming in and I fear him out of stealth. As a warrior, you really need to get in there and be the front line for your team, like especially if you see them coming in and they're trying to clash with us. Like, you can't just let them collapse on your ranged, so immediately charge in there. Got the AoE fear off, which really turned the opener in our favor, I think. And then now we're just cleaning up the last of the guys here. Every single chance that you get on a warrior, you need to try and see if you can exit combat for a brief moment so that you can, gap close with your battle stance, charge. So I get on this warrior, but then this hunter's in the back shooting me. So I switch to Zerker stance and intercept on him, get a grenade out. Also, sometimes if you save your whirlwind, when a hunter, if you're gonna predict like when the hunter is gonna feign death to try and like feign trap you or something, if you're holding on to whirlwind, you could whirlwind at the exact moment that he feign deaths, and then you'll hit him with the whirlwind while he's on the ground, and then it'll keep them in combat so they can't put a trap down if they're not fast enough. So anyway, cleaning up some kills here, getting on this other hunter. My main goal on the warrior in Warsong Gulch is to, obviously you're gonna play the flag cap, right? But for the most part, I like to play in the midfield and make sure people can't just cross the map for free. It all kind of depends on where your teammates are, obviously, though. So here I got left alone. I was alone at the end there, so 2v1. Almost got the hunter down, but respawned at the graveyard and they just took the flag, so I'm gonna go in here and try and help get the flag back. I get stunned by this ret pally and he almost destroys me, but luckily I have a healer here with me, saved me. Okay, and then we have our team collapsing on them. But this is a solo queue match, so I'm not queued with anybody. We're all just queuing solo, and this was a really competitive match for the first flag capture. This match was actually half an hour long, but I cut out all the dead space in here just to show you guys all the action. So here, when you're charging on a rogue, he tried to gouge me there, but I instantly switched to Berserker stance. So every time you're about to charge on a rogue, it's a good idea to switch to Zerker stance mid-charge so that their first global usually is to try to gouge you. If they're not stealth and you get the charge on them, usually they try to gouge you first, and then if that doesn't work, then they'll blind. So if you switch to Zerker stance while you are charging, then you'll have Berserker Rage ready for just in case they do try to gouge you. I tried to combo this Death Coil into an intercept, but then he intercepted back in, so I was like inside of the range. And then as soon as rogues are dodging your stuff, switch back to battle and get some overpowers off. There's a good weak aura for that. It's just called Overpower on Curse Forge. You should get it for sure if you don't have it. So feign trap, he got me, but then he didn't attack me soon enough after he tried to get some distance, and the trap faded, and then I was able to just charge on him again. So just a misplay on the hunter. Hunter's a really good class to get overpowered procs on too, because they always go into aspect of the monkey and dodge stuff. So like this instance right here, my first global was hamstring, but I didn't switch to Zerker stance fast enough, so he was able to gouge me there. But so if I switched to Zerker stance fast enough, he wouldn't have been able to gouge me there. And then this guy gets magic dusted in the back here, so we're just gonna clean this up. So yeah, although this was a competitive match, the Alliance did really good considering they don't have any healers, and we have two, and then we also have a druid running flag. So this rogue that just went into stealth, I was about to get him out with the grenade. You can see him pass me there, but the hunter scattershotted me as soon as I was trying to throw the grenade. So the rogue was able to sneak past, and this is prime time right here for warrior. Sweeping strikes. The priest feared, so I couldn't get the sweeping strikes whirlwind off on all the players that I wanted to, because they got separated with the fear. The warrior tried to come in and collapse on me. I threw an iron grenade to stun him and then secure the kill on the hunter. By the way, if you guys like this type of video style, I don't really do this often, but if it gets views and people like it, then I'll make more. Just like, you know, BG commentary. Definitely when what is it called? The basin comes out. We'll do basin videos too. Arathi Basin. Okay, so I tried to go chase flag cap here, but we have a team of people outside, and we have 3 enemies inside, ready to re-pick the flag just in case our guys outside get the kill here. So I kind of just decided to stay here because I have a healer here in the room, and with enemy players trying to set up for a re-pick. So since it's 2v2 right now, 2 DPS versus healer DPS, like I have a healer behind me, I'm just going to line of sight here and let the healer kind of top me back off. It doesn't seem like he really is though, but anyway, I gave him a chance to top me back off before I go in and get this kill on the hunter. The pally stuns me here, I think, if I remember. Oh no, I fear him first. Get the fear on the pally and then intercept over to the hunter. And right here, the priest is casting DPS abilities on the pally, but if he healed me here, then we would have survived and killed that guy too, but that's okay. Alright, going back out into the midfield here. So here I have my net trinket, so I net the rogue to try and make my way over to the hunter, get a max range grenade to make him stand still for a second, and then I tried to use my trinket grenade, but then I forgot there's like a minimum distance on it, so I missed with it. I tried to put it right on top of me, but I forgot there's a minimum distance, so I kind of failed that, but whatever. We killed the rogue and then intercept over to the hunter. He's in PvP spec, so the intercept got resisted with the talents that you can get in the survival tree. It gives you like hit, and it gives you a chance to resist like movement impairing effects, so that's probably every time you charge on a hunter and your charge gets resisted or your intercept gets resisted, that's probably why. It's because they're spec'd into survival. So right here, somebody is saying in the chat that the flag is coming down Horde ramp, and my team is distracted over there behind me, so I ping the map to try and get their attention, and then I'm trying to make my way over here, but then I get collapsed on by this warrior. I get an improved hamstring proc, so I'll just like keep him there and try to waddle over to the guy running the flag, but then I can't just keep ignoring this guy hitting me forever, so turn to him for a second. And this is actually a good thing that he intercepted to this guy, because then it gave me a chance to intercept, and now I'm looking for the max range grenade here to try and slow their team down. I ended up getting 3 of them, but one of them resists, and then now we're just chasing the flag down. I switched to Zerker stance to pummel that polymorph from the mage, but then it gets counterspelled by one of our mages. And then here I just die, so get back up. Always try to make use of the trinkets that you have, but I know sometimes it's kind of hard though. So here I use Rocket Helm to try and chase, the enemy flag is camping up top here, so Rocket Helm the mage, because the mage is the one that's most capable of like crowd controlling our team, so take him out of the fight for a second. But I charge up to the top and I just get destroyed by the warrior and the hunter. So here we go, res up and get right back in here. Yeah, this very first flag cap was hard fought for it. I think we didn't get the first flag cap for like 20 minutes. And then the ones following were a little bit easier. Maybe they lost their will to win after the first flag cap. But like I said, we had 2 healers and they didn't. So they put up a really good fight for this one. So here, trying to chase the flag again, he pops some kind of speed thing, and he's just running, and then I ended up having to 1v1 this guy here. I think he has Spinal Reaper from what I can see. Yeah, he has Spinal Reaper from Molten Core from Ragnaros, so he gets me down pretty quick. Here we go, back in our flag room. Because I knew that they were gonna come and pick the flag. I get stunned here. And then we're just gonna stick to the pally here. Get an intercept stun off. This is the one thing for hunters is you can tell the good hunters from the average hunter because of their positioning and how well that they kite you. If they kind of just stand still and turret and they let you gap close very easily, then you know they're not as experienced on a hunter. Here's another really good tunnel fight. We got our flag running in, and their team has just collapsed in the tunnel trying to get another repick. But this is prime time. Sweeping strikes, AoE damage for warrior. Anytime people are stacked up, just make sure you get sweeping strikes off. I always choose to get on a hunter in the mid fights. I don't know why. It's just my favorite class to shut down. They're like the easiest to shut down as a warrior. I think you just gotta, as long as you stay right on top of them, they can't really do too much. And then in this one, I don't know why I chose not to use my trinket here. Like, I could have totally just trinketed this Nova and intercepted onto that mage and killed him, but in the moment, I guess I didn't really think about doing it. But watching it back, I could have totally got that kill, so should have just trinketed and committed to the mage. So this one, we have our flag running in, so all I'm trying to do is slow down all the enemy players that are trying to come and assist with killing our flag. So I'm not really fully like trying to commit to killing any one of these guys. So I charged one hunter, put a hamstring on him, intercepted to another one, hamstring him, and now I'm just trying to slow down any other target that's trying to come in and help. This guy takes a health pot at 1% HP. My grenade would have killed him otherwise. Exit combat, mount up, and then just chased him all the way into the flag room. But yeah, like I said, let me know if you guys like this type of video commentary. If you do, I'll make more of them. I know there's a lot of new players nowadays in Classic, so there's something to learn. He took a limited invuln there, but he died to magic dam here, and then now I'm just letting the hunters. This is why I like to pick on the hunters a lot too, because if you leave them alone, then they'll put out some good damage. They're just being a turret there, so. Plus, whenever you're trying to get sweeping strikes damage off, it's always easier to get it off if you target the ranged, because then the melee, if the melee wants to attack you, they're gonna follow you, and then they're gonna be stacking on top of their ranged players. So if you want to get big damage with sweeping strikes off, always target the ranged, and then the melee will collapse on you, and then you can get sweeping strikes damage off. But if you're only targeting the melee, then the backline is just, you know, DPSing you for free, so not really ideal. Get a lucky resist there on the Nova from this fire mage. And then a rogue opens on me here. I immediately trinket it, but then he kidneys me. I was kind of preying on the orc racial RNGs to resist the second stun, so that's why I just trinket the first one sometimes. But typically you should just be holding trinket for kidney shot and not using it on cheap shot, because you know the a second stun is coming, right? So, but sometimes I'll risk it just to see if I'll get an orc racial you know, stun resist on the kidney, because trinketing the cheap shot can really screw them sometimes. And then here also, if you ever have a chance to choose, you know, target selection, right? Like warrior, hit the warrior or hit the rogue. It's always hit the rogue, always. You know, rogue is wearing leather versus warrior is wearing plate, so you always choose the target that's easier to kill, for sure. So like this one too, I'm on the warrior, but then the hunter's hitting me, so I'll just switch to the hunter. Easiest to go down. And we got our second flag cap, and now we're just fighting for the last one. But yeah, this was a half-an-hour game that I cut down to just about 16 minutes with all the dead space, with like, you know, rezzing or rotating around the map. Just trying to show you guys all the action. And here I'm just dying a bunch at the end here because we're about to win the game anyway. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on another one. Peace.